Okay, this is my first devlog for my untitled um, dodgeball game, you can call it. I mean, I'm basically ripping off of Lethal League Blaze at the moment, but I'm building it from the ground up, so it's okay. Um, I don't know how much you can build from the ground up in Unity, but here's what I got so far. Just gonna go through some of the mechanics and what I've been approaching. So we've got movement. Movement feels pretty good. The big problem I ran into was there was too much control in the air, and then I tried to add a like control dampener, so that anytime you're not grounded, um, there's like a restriction on air movement, and that just didn't feel good because then the air movement just felt very sluggish. I still want it to feel fast in the air, but I don't want you to be able to like switch directions super fast and strafe in the air like a whole lot. So what I did was I added a lerp between um, directions. So when you're in the air, there's a stronger lerp between turning right and turning left. And basically, what a lerp is, if you don't know, is it just um, it softens the curve between changing a variable. So like when I'm facing left, the facing value is -1, and when I'm facing right, the facing value is +1. And normally when I was moving through the air, it was instantly going from -1 to +1 constantly. And that just allowed for a little bit too much free movement. But now it goes from -1 to 0 and then to +1. It's a bit hard to explain. I'm not really a math guy. Um, but at the moment, I only have one attack, and it's kind of hard to see. Excuse me. Um, oh, geez, what did I just do? So let me get my scene up here on display, just so you can see hitboxes. So I do have one attack. It's just a horizontal attack at the moment. See, when I press J, this little hitbox appears down here. Um, and an issue I was running into with the hitbox is it would just stay in place. So then I gave it a reference to the player, and now the hitbox lives for a certain amount of time and then goes away while following where the relative to the player. And the hitbox does actually change based on direction. So how I achieved this was I created a scriptable object, which um, not this one, that's the attack hitbox script. So I created an attack data scriptable object, and basically what that does is it allows me to create multiple attacks. So in the future, when I want to make different characters have different attacks and multiple attacks, I can do that all within here rather than having to build a new attack from the ground up every time. So this is just a modular piece of. So say I want to make a new attack. Okay, so let me hit the ball first. Sorry, I'm going off track. But when I hit the ball, all it does at the moment is give it an angle value of 1, 0. And that's just a vector. Think of it like a graph. Um, if you have a graph that's 1, 0, or I guess then the line would just be straight along the x-axis like this. But as soon as you do 1, 1, that's when you get that straight line. And I can actually change that right here. So the attack vector at the moment is 1, 0. I'm going to make it 1, 1. And that will make the ball start bouncing in a perfectly diagonal way. Yeah, just like that. And this tool, the scriptable object, it allows me to, in the future, make multiple attacks. So say if I want a character to have a really sharp spike downwards, um, and then I would make this -8. So um, it'll move 2 on the x-axis, and then it will move -8 on the y-axis. So that should be useful. So for say if my opponent's below me and I want to spike the ball down at them, I would hit them with this if I can hit it. Yeah, like that. Well, that's a little bit too sharp. That would be a little bit overpowered. Um, but something like maybe like a 4, -8. Yeah, so that's more kind of like the spike I would want to go for if I was designing something like this. But you can see the utility of this. And I also have like I can create a new hitbox if I want a really big attack. Say I've got a super or a speed. I can change how much the hit increases the speed. I can even slow down the ball on hit if I want to make like a bunt attack or something like that. That's all adjustable within this object, and I can make multiple of these. I mean, I'll do that right now. So once you create a scriptable object script, you can it becomes modular within the Unity engine. And so let's see where I can find this. I believe it's in my combat attack data. And let's just do this test swing 2. And so you can see it gives me a fresh new attack. Um, let's say I want the attack vector. Um, just do like what do I want to do? Let's do like a slightly upwards angling attack. So let's do like a 1. Oh, and then I have to. I'll just steal the other hitbox I have, because I don't want to build a new hitbox right now. And then I'll make it. Let's let's just mess around here and make it 10 times faster when you hit it. And then the offset. This is just where the hitbox spawns relative to the player, and so the player's at 0, 0 right now. I believe my other one. Again, I'm just gonna steal from the other one. Um, Yeah, this is like right in front of the player, this offset that I got here. So I'm just going to steal that. 0.94, zero point 0.4. And then let's say I want this to, what if it's a big slow attack but it lasts a long time. So let's do 1.8 lifetime. And that's 0.8 of a second. So that's pretty long for an attack to exist in space. Oh, I didn't assign this. So once I have built this modular scriptable object, I do have to bring it into my player script and give it and insert it here into the test attack slot. So now that I've got my test swing 2, we should get that nice, what was the vector we chose? It should do something like this. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can. When I hit the ball. Oh, and it goes way fast because it's times 10. But you get the idea. This is going to allow me to make a lot of attacks without having to start from the bottom every single time. But I think the next step is to add some test animations, because it's a little hard to hit the ball right now without my character actually doing anything. Um, and then I think the plan after that, I mean, I haven't even really thought this far. I'm pretty bad at planning. Um, do some test animations, and then I think I'm gonna start working on the input system, so that I can fit multiple attacks onto the same button. So say if I'm holding forward and I press attack, it'll give me a different attack than when I'm holding down and I press attack. Kind of like Smash Bros. You know how this works. Um, but I think that'll be the next step.